He's currently tied for 12th. Water is a feature here at the Copperhead course of Innisbrook Resort. Rich, and it comes into play at the second.
Downhill tee shot. You want to keep your tee shot out to the right as best you can to take out the trees that hug the left-hand side. Green sits well above the player's second shot. They won't see how close they hit it from the fairway.
This shot from 120 yards. And he's safely on the green. Scorecard filled with threes never hurts. Good putt to make this. Ouch, that hurts. Didn't quite have the right stuff there. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
Jon Rahm getting ready for his next shot. And now we can take a look at how that play affects the leaderboard. So no movement there. He stays at even with the card. The Copperhead course at Innisbrook can really bite you, especially if you're slightly wayward, and there's one of those holes right here at the third, Rich.
Decisions to be made. The fairway narrows up. Should you take driver out? Also the water on the right. So players more than likely laying back with some kind of fairway wood.
That was a little untidy, wasn't it? Straight into the water. The great Ceferano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number one, because he seemingly has zero weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game and it is so complete. You just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Now, this is a challenging one. A lengthy putt awaits.
They've got this to get into a tie with Rahm.
Oh, that's too bad. It's just about 3 feet away. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
Oh, he's out in front here in this rivalry, but can he stay that way?
Well, that's got to have some impact on the scoreboard. Let's take a look. Now 4 back after that hole. Stretching out over 600 yards means the par 5 fifth is no snag.
It is. Luke, I rarely say that par 5s on the PGA Tour are challenging, but this is definitely one of them. It's an uphill tee shot and a second shot that is downhill, moving from right to left, that's completely blind for these players. There is a tree about 100 yards out, which is going to be something they aim at when they lay up. Third shot, though, is very basic, down the hill to a fairly flat green surrounded by some bunkers. More than likely, most players are going to have to lay it up on this par 5.
Henny, what have they got in front of them here?
Setting up here from about 145 yards.
Looks like they're going with the pitching wedge. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's 1 stroke in front of his rival so far today. Great stuff.
Sitting at +1. And the putt will go. What a great display of resilience on this hole.
That was a fantastic effort getting it up and down out of that bunker for the birdie.
Our current leader is enjoying a one-shot lead. The 6th hole at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich. It's a challenging one, isn't it?
If you find the fairway off the tee here, you are an amazing human being. The fairway tilts from right to left very significantly. Holding the fairway is almost impossible.
Henny, I'm sure you've got a better look of that lie.
This is like a bad lie with a bit of grilled bad lie on top, sprinkled with dashings of bad lie.
Opting for the 5-iron. That one seemed to get away from them, Rich.
Tried to draw that one in there, Luke. Just missed the mark.
Sadly, in the sand, but a chance to make up for the error. On the green now, but a bit of work left to do here. And he needs this to save par.
Surely it's going to.
Oh, wonderful effort. Confirms the par. Now 3 strokes back after that hole. Standing on the 7th tee, players get to breathe a sigh of relief having the 6th behind them.
You know, Luke, this is sneaky hard, to be fair. You don't need driver, and so you might get lulled to sleep a little bit by taking 3-wood out just for position. Any misses to the right or the left, and you'll be blocked out by some pretty gnarly trees. The green tilts from right to left ever so slightly, and watch out for those deep bunkers fronting this green. They'll grab your golf ball in a hurry.
Needs this one to kick right. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's happy, just came off a birdie.
No green in red, but a chance to save their par. And back to the course with the live action. And this putt to move into the top 20. And he holds it. What a putt. And that will take him to 1 under. And this player's moving up on the leaderboard after that hole. Well, if you haven't felt snake bitten already, the 8th at 230 yards, Rich, will certainly get you.
Everybody loves a 230-yard par 3, don't we, Luke? They're just wonderful, wonderful designs, and I'm laughing because this is nearly impossible. This green is just a sliver up there. A high shot moving a little bit from left to right is an absolute must on this par 3.
Going with the hybrid.
Jon Rahm watched that one all the way. Great approach shot. This player is definitely upping the pressure in this rivalry.
A bit too much pace on that one. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
So after that effort, let's take a look at the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the round. Ball striking continues to be the order of the day as the players arrive on the 9th tee, a par 4.
Yes, just thread those bunkers off the tee shot somehow with the driver. Second shot is going to be straight back up the hill. And once again, with the pin position over on the right-hand side, players will be unable to see where their golf ball pitches. This is a quality par 4.
The great Ceferano Ballesteros inspired an entire generation of European golfers, particularly his own Spanish golfers, and I feel that we might even have the best Spanish golfer of all time in Jon Rahm, Rich.
I absolutely agree with that. I believe in the game right now, Luke, that if there's one player that all others are fearful of when they get on top of the leaderboard, I think Jon Rahm's name would be number 1, because he seemingly has 0 weaknesses. I can't find a single one. I look at his game, and it is so complete, you just get envious of it, don't you? Because it is so good everywhere. Off the tee, iron play, the short game, the mentality, the vision, the imagination. He's got every single tool that you could possibly want in this game. He is by far, I believe, the most complete player in our game today.
Yeah, it certainly feels like we're in the Jon Rahm era right now. Here we go, Rich. The back 9 on Sunday. What are your thoughts so far?
These rivals, there's nothing between them, is there? It's been entertaining so far. I'm interested to see how they attack the back 9 and who, if either of them, comes out on top.
8 days a week, that rhythm works.
Second shot here on the 10th hole.
Going for less club here.
This is from miles away.
If this putt drops, they'll pull in front of Rahm. This group is heating up.
Yeah, that looked to be a bit of a misread. Just 4 feet remaining between him and the hole. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's trying to pull ahead in this group rivalry. Let's see what happens.
And after that effort, this is how the field is shaping up. Currently 1 under for the tournament. Very few parts of the golf course make you feel comfortable, but chance of birdie at 11.
Finally, we have a birdie hole. Just avoid that bunker down the left-hand side. Find the right-hand side of the fairway. And you can go ahead and chase one up there. Even if you can't get it on the green and 2, that front bunker is not a bad leave. But beware, there are some trees over on the right-hand side that could block you out.
Oh, I like the courage here, Rich, getting after this par 5 in 2.
As they should. What a play. Hopefully they'll be rewarded for that play.
That's frustrating. This putt is to move inside the all-important top 10. Oh, that had eyes for it. Lovely shot. Oh, here he comes into the top 10 with a bolt. And it's Tiger on top of the leaderboard. Well, a birdie's also in your heart, standing on the 12th tee, a short par 4, Rich. Decisions to be made?
Just a long iron or a hybrid for this tee shot here, Luke. Second shot, you're coming in with some kind of short iron to a green that's protected by a deep bunker in the front.
Oh, that sounded absolutely flushed. Might get caught up in the brush here. That's a heavy lie this player has drawn. Going with the 9-iron, I think. That's well played. Anything on the green from there was fine. Par putt coming up here.
Their short game has been very impressive. They've been really sharp today.
That's disappointing. This putt just 5 feet away from the hole.
They'll be happy to get this in the hole. This for bogey.
We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
He's feeling good, just birdied the last hole.
And after that effort, this is how the leaderboard looks. Now 5 strokes behind. Lucky 13 for some. This par 3 plays 200 yards.
Luke, this tee shot is about as hard as 8th grade algebra. It is absolutely mind-bending. It doesn't look like much, but that green absolutely... I think the green is made out of Gore-Tex. It repels golf balls.
That dog will hunt.
What's in front of them, Henny, with this putt?
They've just got to focus on hitting the back of the cup, guys. This is up the hill, bit of extra juice needed.
Never mind. Go and tap it in. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently 1 stroke better than his rival and playing partner today.
And how did that shot impact the score? Let's have a look at the leaderboard. Currently 1 under for the event. The second of the back 9 par 5s, Rich 14. There's plenty to it.
Only the biggest hitters in the game can reach this one in 2, so any tee shot just out to the right is ideal. That way it leaves an easier shot out to the left for your layup. The third shot will be going downhill to a green that tilts from back to front, guarded by a deep bunker over on the left-hand side. You find the fairway with your second shot, you've got a really good chance to hit your third in there close.
Yeah, good aggressive play and almost rewarded by finding the green.
It's an aggressive play, Luke. Like to see it on this par 5.
Oh, I thought that one was going in. And they'll tap this in for birdie. He's in a share of 9th place. The long par 3 continues to be a feature here at the Copperhead course, and 15's no different.
It is. Thankfully, though, this is the flattest green, or one of the flattest greens on the golf course here. It's basically just a long iron down the hill to this flat green, but don't miss it left. That is no good. Nicely done.
Trying to get to 3 under par with this putt.
Looking for another birdie here.
Oh, just missed. An opportunity to make a par here. We'll now move over to Jon Rahm.
It's been neck and neck. He's actually tied with his rival. This is tough. Can he do it?
Let's take a look at the leaderboard as it stands. He finds himself currently tied for 9th. Well, as you enter the dreaded snake pit here at Innisbrook's Copperhead course, Rich, you know where you stand on the 16th tee.
This tee shot forces your hand. You must take it down the right-hand side in order to have a good look at this green for your second shot. Any misses out to the left, you're going to find the trees and all sorts of trouble. Yeah, that's just not going to work for him.
Do you like the view from where you're standing, Henny?
Yeah, I think he's got around 135. Yeah, this one, it's veering off a little bit to the right.
This putt will move them to 3 under par.
This is tracking right into the front of this cup.
And racking up their 5th birdie of the day. And that will take him to 3 under. Our current leader is enjoying a 2-stroke lead. The Copperheads' penultimate hole is a good par 3 playing up the hill.
It's a tough tee shot, plays longer than what's on the yardage. Any pin that's in the front part of the green is a difficult one to find as the green is so narrow.
Going with the 3-iron. If you're going to put your foot down, this is as good a time as any. This one looks to be turning over a little bit. Let's go to Jon Rahm.
He's currently trailing his rival. Let's see what happens here.
Let's return to live play now. And this putt to move into the top 5. Okay, steady now. Just 3 feet to the cup.
This for par.
Managing to maintain their position on the leaderboard after that effort. The closing hole of Innisbrook's Copperhead course is also the final hole of the Snake Pit, and this one here has everything going against it.
Lay it back and you're going to have a long second shot back up the hill, but if you take driver and find the fairway, you'll be rewarded with a very short second shot.
Playing to an elevated green here. Let's see if they've got the right club. Chosen the pitching wedge here. Looks like this one's going to the beach. That's a tad wayward. Not quite finding the surface.
Missing it short there, they will definitely be upset.
And this putt for a final score of 68. And that's how he signs off on this event.